And while we're waiting for Grace, I just want to say thank you to the owners of our beautiful My Bar, Your Bar, our community bar.
Right there, Miguel.
And Miguel sang, George sang, and our great, give a big hand for Gasolina Lounge, for always being forefront in the community, always opening your doors, community programming, salsa night, LGBT night, all the nights are here. So come patronize. I like my Angry Orchard, buy your beer, buy your drinks, the bar is open. So we have food. Miguel and I are doing something, a little, taste, so you can taste the thing. We thank Leila's Kitchen here also, who's also here in the Gasolina family. So without further ado, your board member, my member, our board member, Grace Lavaglio.
Thank you, Kenny. Hello, Grace Lavaglio here. I just wanted to bring to your attention that we have a neighborhood advisory board in case anyone didn't know. That is the eyes and ears of the community, and we're the neighborhood advisory board for the DYCD. How many know what the DYCD is? Nobody. That's why I'm talking about it. The DYCD is the Department of Youth and Community Development. They provide grants to programs that are needed. People put in RFPs, which are requests for proposals, and then at some point the proposals are read, and depending on what's being asked for, I guess there's certain criteria, boom, a program is funded. So I don't know how many of you, so we're getting more involved. We want to be more involved in the neighborhood because we are the eyes and ears of the community. Larry Moriello here is also a board member. The meetings are public. We usually have meetings every quarterly, 3 months. However, we are planning to have impromptu meetings as well. I would like to have a meeting at least once a month, hopefully maybe twice a month, or at least speak about what's going on in the community, and also to get feedback from our community members. What's needed, what is not being met, what needs are not being met. Now generally, when people hear DYCD, they always concentrate on the youth. And granted, youth need, but the youth get funded. There's a lot of programs for the youth. I prefer to concentrate on people more our age, the tweens, people. I'm between. I'm in between 18 and 65.
I love that. I love that, Grace.
So if you're not a senior, because seniors also get funding as well. They always need more funding. True, youth always need more funding. However, the tweens get zip. We don't have free programs here and there, and you guys work hard, and you need some kind of outlet to participate in.
Thank you.
So, we need feedback from everyone, ideas, what is needed in the community for whatever age group we have here. Okay. With that being said, how many remember a couple years ago at National Night Out we had this long survey we were asking people to fill out?
I do.
It was a very long survey.
It was.
So, now all that hard work paid off, and we have this. This is the Community Needs Assessment Report from those surveys. Now, I have just a couple of these. If you want to get a report, I don't have enough for everybody, but if you want, on the back of the booklet, you just go to the nyc.gov/DYCD or call. There's an 800-246-4646 number. You tell them you would like a report, and they'll send you the report. We also have the neighborhood development area profiles, which shows from all the questions that were on that survey, everything's broken down by demographic, by age group, by ethnic group, things like that. Everything's broken down. I only have one of these, and I was going to give it to Kenny and ask if he could make copies, and then maybe at the next meeting distribute, or somehow we get it out to you. I'm not exactly sure. So anybody have ideas? We can do that.
Xerox.
So Kenny's going to make copies for everybody, and then some, right? We need like 1,000 or more. And that's basically it. So we just want you to know that we are in the neighborhood where this is not a paid position. Everybody's a volunteer. But we want to look out for what's in our community, especially we live in this community. You have other people that live by Morris Park and Pelham Parkway and things like that. And a lot of their needs are met. We basically are concentrating for the whole community, and I'll be going to other meetings as well with other organizations. But we need your input, we need your feedback on what we can do to improve the neighborhood, to get services that are not here that we don't have, and programs that we may need.
Thank you.
And that's that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good, you can hold this now.
I want to invite Roxanne, one of our members, to talk about her new party she's involved in.
All right, Roxanne.
Thank you, Kenny. Just to make a quick note, there's the first time Bronx Animal Rights Party in District 11, which is part of Norwood, Riverdale, Mitchell Parkway, Kingsbridge. And I think it's just, there's no chance of the candidate winning, but it's about bringing issues to the platform. And to make this short, I think most of you should get involved politically, whether it's you run as delegates next year or for Bronx County. I think in order for you to be at the table, you need to either run politically, because we've been going in circles trying to get out issues where it's tenant rights, animal rights, senior rights, and we all are losing the battle, and we really need to connect together and run as delegates or support someone that supports their issues. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, so I'd like to bring up, I would like to bring up a representative from your councilman, my councilman, our councilman, the Honorable Richie Torres, Romina Enea. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. I'll be brief because I know that there's what we haven't talked about is the real debate, and I know I want to stay for it. 2 weeks ago, like Kenny mentioned, we started PB. He was there. I think Grace's granddaughter was there. Diana was there. It was a really great BPECA showing. Lots of the more creative ideas that we've gotten for capital improvements this cycle have come from this group, which we really appreciate. I wanted to remind you that Waring Playground was on the ballot at some point. Zimmerman Playground was on the ballot at some point, and now we have the full funding for Waring. Yeah, so the process takes some time, but it is a great space for you to tell us what you want in the community, and we'll see how we can fund it. If we can't do it through participatory budgeting, perhaps we can do it through some other avenue. We have a meeting next week, Wednesday at 6:30. It's going to be held at Fordham University. It's going to be the next step in the process, which is basically being a budget delegate. It's 1 hour every month. You come, you sort through the ideas that you guys and other district constituents have submitted, kind of narrow them down to what will be feasible, what will be best for the community, and then those are the ideas that eventually end up on the ballot. If we don't, this is mostly community driven, if we don't have people from this side of the district as a budget delegate, your ideas won't get on the ballot. We can't put those ideas on the ballot. It's a community-driven effort. So I encourage you all to call the office, 718-842-8100. You can get more details on where exactly it is. But it's next Wednesday evening at 6:30 at Fordham University. And then one piece on the legislative side, Councilmember Torres did pass a bill this week. We all know that there is an opioid crisis in the country, particularly in the Bronx. One of the pieces that had often been overlooked is that in homeless shelters, there's a significant percentage of people that die of overdoses. And they don't have they don't have a medicine there. I don't know if you guys have all heard of like Narcan. They don't have, yeah, which is basically like, which is basically if you have this medicine on site when someone is ODing, you can save their life instantly. And homeless shelters don't have access to that, don't have people trained in doing that. And so Richie's bill basically forces homeless shelters to have people on site trained for that and the medicine on site, which is going to save many lives this year.
Was that passed?
It was passed. Yeah. That was it. Thanks again. I look forward to the debate.
Just a quick question.
Yes.
Does that include counseling services to help them get off the drug?
So I believe a lot of the shelters have wraparound services. This was mostly targeting the fact that this life-saving drug is not on site, where a certain percentage of these overdoses are happening.
Thank you, Rowena. Give her a hand. Wepa. So now I'm going to switch hats for 1 second. Okay, as Deputy Chief of Staff to Senator Jamal Bailey. We've been very active. We've been co-sponsoring on a number of events with the BPECA. We print everything that, all the flyers that you see, it's printed at Senator Jamal Bailey's office. He's been active this whole summer. We had a program on autism. We had a program on human trafficking. We had a program on domestic violence. This whole summer we've been going around the district just engaging the community because we have a generation of people missing. Okay, it's happening in Washington, it's happening in Los Angeles, in Chicago, it's happening in Atlanta, it's happening here in the Bronx and in Brooklyn. People are being taken off the streets and we don't know where they are. Okay, you see in Channel 7, they say, but we just don't know. So we're trying to get acclimated, just being safe, and everyone used to say stranger danger, but we also have to be cognizant of people we know. Okay, so as you see me during the block parties, I'm screaming out for Emily, Emily! It's because I want to make sure that she sees me, I see her, I wear orange, I'll wear red, I'll wear something, so she knows where I'm at all times.
In the past month, there was a very large arrest in the Poconos, which was part of the tri-state area. Like, this guy was responsible for thousands being grabbed and shipped out.
I have put on my Facebook, and I got a little feedback on both sides of it, because we had, there was a cam, a webcam of someone in the store. The mom is trying to negotiate her budget with the groceries, and this man walks up, saunters up to this girl. He engages her, shows her a puppy, and next thing you know, he's grabbing her. And I felt very strongly about it, and I put it in my Facebook so people could see how easy these things happen. Sometimes it happens to people, you could know the person, but you may not know everything about the person. So, it's always, we have to be, it's a sign of the times that we have to be careful and always vigilant because anything can happen. Okay, one of the parts of the signature to Senator Jamal Bailey is his justice reform packet. He's going to be passing his legislation. He passed his first bill. He has 5 bills he passed, but one specifically for criminal reform. We're going to be joining Discovery for Justice. As you know, BPECA has been a signatory, and we've been firm in working on this, and we repeat ourselves like a broken record, because right now you're innocent, you're proven guilty if you have the right attorney, and if your attorney has the information in which that defense attorney can defend you. So it doesn't matter if you're the most wealthy defense attorney or just the public defender that has 150 cases in front of them. This law that we're trying to change, Criminal Procedure Law 240, we want open, early, and automatic. We don't want discovery to happen after the fact. We want it to happen before, after arraignment, before indictment. New York is one of just a handful of states where district attorneys don't have to turn over evidence until it's trial. people accused of crimes are unable to evaluate or challenge the case effectively. So on November 28th, Senator Jamal Bailey, Discovery for Justice, and the vocal and other criminal justice reform-minded people will be converging on John Jay College. It's in the East End Student Dining Hall at John Jay College. The one train, the A, the B, the C, the D goes to 59th Street. So criminal discovery forum on the 28th November, 6 to 9. Speakers will be having prosecutors, defenders, judges, in New York State Legislature, and individuals who have been affected. Sponsors will be Discovery for Justice. So, yes.
There you go.
Thank you, Brian. So, I would like to. Okay, so the main reason we're here, Bronx Park East Community Association, serving the residents of Alton, Bronxdale, Bronx Park East, and Pelham Parkway neighborhoods, joined to always keep active as we're fighting for tenants' rights, as we're fighting for animal rights and the environment and civil rights for all. We want everyone to be informed in all the things. And you know that November 7th is Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. We're encouraging you to come out and vote. Okay? People pay attention to people those who participate. So this month, ding, 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 we have two special guests. We're discussing today, we're having a live debate, a vote for, shall we or shall we not vote for a state constitutional convention? A proposal to hold a convention to write amendments in it on Tuesday's ballot. Is it a good idea or isn't it a good idea? Our member, Diana Finch, voting rights advocate, member of Bronx Progressives, NYPAN, and of course member of BPECA, gives the reasons for holding the convention. And we asked a special guest, a friend, a colleague in government, assemblyman representing the 81st Assembly District, which includes Riverdale, and Riverdale, South Riverdale, and there's another part. Kingsbridge, Marble Hill. Huh? There's a lot of parts. Fieldston. So I would like to invite Diana Finch and Riverdale Assemblyman Jeffrey Dinowitz, member of the Assembly Committees on Rules and Judiciary, to argue for the reasons to vote yes or no. Our state constitution can be amended by a proposal voted by the legislature. Also, it can be amended by convention called by a majority of the voters at an election every 20 years. And this is our 20-year chance. The convention is not limited in its agenda. It can be, it can be subject to approval by the voters on the next election. So, ladies and gentlemen, okay, so we're here. Please have a seat. I would like the audience to be polite, and I'm not saying that you're impolite, but I'm just saying I saw New York 1, so I just, as a responsible moderator, I want to be able to have everyone listen to these two great people who I consider friends and colleagues, and I want to get a chance for them to express themselves.